want in your life is 100% possible. Here's the first story. I am a father of 5 kids. Back when my oldest daughter was leaving the house and buying her own apartment. Her first year out, she got a job working at the local casino. She was really happy with the money she was making, but it wasn't enough to sustain her lifestyle. She had a couple kids at 21, and she wanted her first Christmas to be a big one, because I've always, 5 kids, two incomes. We went all out for our kids when it came time for Christmas. So she wanted to do the same. So she went and put about $1,000 worth of presents and gifts for not only her, but for me, her mom, and her cousins and whatnot. And as it was getting closer, she was paying it down, and she was getting worried that she didn't have enough time to pay that off. She started in September, and come December, the first week of December, she was still like $600 shy of her goal of getting all those presents. I had come across the movie The Secret, and it came in at the right time for me. And I told her, I said, hey, you remember that movie I watched, The Secret? And I watched it I watched the movie Secret probably about 2,000 times. No joke. I'll get to that story right after this one. But she goes, okay. And I said, well, just don't think about it. I told her to feel it already done. I said, what would it feel like for you to go into Kmart's when you had her back then, when we had Kmart and they had a layaway plan? I said, what would it feel like if you were to go into that store and that layaway was paid off? How would you feel? Oh my God, that would just relieve so much pressure and stress on me, Dad. You have no idea. I said, then stay in that moment. What does that feel like? You go in and they say, oh, everything's paid off. You paid more than you thought you did. It's paid off. She goes, I would be happy. I would cry. I would probably scream. I said, well, then stay in that feeling. And this is while I'm driving her to Kmart to make a payment. She had like $147 that she was going to put on her layaway stuff for Christmas. So we get there, and I got her kids. I said, look, you're going to go back there and pay. I know they're not going to see anything, but I'll keep the kids. You go back there and pay, and then we'll go out and I'll buy lunch or something. So she goes back there, and I just hear my daughter about 5 minutes later screaming, Dad, Dad! And she's crying. And as a father, my first instinct is, who's messing with my daughter? Someone's about to die. So I run back there with her kids, and she says, the layaway is paid off. I'm like, what are you talking about? She said, it happened, the law of attraction, it happened. I'm like, wait a minute. And I said, what happened? And the women behind the counter were all smiling. They had on their Santa hats, and there was a guy that had on a Santa beard, and everybody was like, clapping. I'm like, what's going on? She says, we have a rich couple that come in every Christmas, and just before Christmas pays off everybody's layaway. And I thought to myself, wow, that's amazing. I don't believe it was coincidence. I really believe it was the law of attraction. I'm a big fan, a big believer of that, because it's worked for me. So we went out and took a look, and I told her, I said, anytime you want something, you can't just say, I want it, because if you're coming from a place, I'm talking to my daughter, if you're coming from a place of lack, I don't have it, but I want it, you're going to get more of what you don't have. Just this is like, I want more money. So you're coming from a spot where you don't have it. That feeling of not having that money is stronger than you actually getting money. So that's actually blocking the money coming to you, because you want it so much. So whatever it is that you want in life, as long as it's coming from a place of lack, I don't have it now, but I want it later, I want it to come then, you are never going to get it. You're going to get more of what you're feeling. I'm feeling like, man, I want to win that lottery jackpot of the Powerball. I want to, and that's all you're going to keep getting. You're going to get more things that are going to cause you to want more problems. Hey, I want more money. Oh, my check engine light is on. Hey, I want some more money. Oh, the furnace broke in the house, or something. It's going to give you, hey, he or she likes want, so let's give them more want. Yeah, just do it to them. So you got to change that.